About a month ago, after a 3-month-long hiatus, I randomly posted a trailer for a game called Owinka Shooter. The trailer left little to no information about the game, so I decided I would make this video to further shed some light on what Owinka Shooter really is. Owinka Shooter is not only the greatest game ever made by anyone ever, but it is also a little pet project I've been working on for the last few months. About a year or so ago, I decided that I wanted to make a Unity game and release it to my friends as a little test run of some new software. The game had a simple infinite ammo gun and some beans to shoot at. After realizing this was the greatest and most original concept of all time, I decided I was going to work on it further and release it on Steam, hopefully! So that's the why of Owinka Shooter. Now for the what. In Owinka Shooter, you play as a clone of myself, Owinka TV. You specifically are clone number 427, which, yes, is a Stanley Parable reference. I originally said that as an unscripted moment in the first ever line I recorded for the game about 10 or so months ago. They're all just clones. You're clone number 427, believe it or not. Oh, you're 7 away from the funny number. Before I knew about Ultra Deluxe. So now Stanley's back in the spotlight and people are going to think I copied the number, but I swear it was just a reference to one of my favorite games that not a lot of people knew about at the time. Clone number 427 ends up finding a gun with infinite ammo, which definitely has plot relevance and is not just a lazy design choice. Before I go any further with plot or story, I'd like to make it extremely clear that this game is not meant to be taken seriously. Yes, there are some moments in the game that I myself find to be pretty cool and based and awesome, but the game as a whole should not be viewed in a super serious manner, as it more or less represents my journey of very slowly learning how to use Unity. In the first sections of the game, most things don't have animation, and then in later parts almost everything has animation, which I will not be fixing because I find it pretty interesting to see how I learn new things as the game progressed. All the soundtracks were also made by me, and I have zero musical experience, so they most likely sound absolutely terrible. They were all made in FL Studio in like 20 minutes each, and are mostly comprised of FPC drum loops and synth patterns. It's really nothing special. But overall, past the obvious and somewhat intentional flaws, the game is simply there for people who enjoy the goofiness of Owinka TV in video game form, because I love video games, they're my passion. I'm hoping to get the game released on Steam, and if it does, it'll be completely free. I'm not charging you for this absolute masterpiece. The game will be releasing in the coming months. I'm working on the final few levels right now, and the actual game is not very long. I just haven't had a lot of time to work on it. It's probably less than half an hour. Anyway, I'll be sure to put out a release trailer once the game releases. I just wanted to clear up what this actually is. So, later, skater.